not me. You don't have my, talent. Seriously, I can. It is not even about physical, which that's what I'm saying. That's not what I'm talking about. Y'all spy on me. Y'all been spying on me for decades. Why do you think y'all been trying to kill me? Y'all jealous. Today y'all was riding with cars and trying to make it like yeah, you didn't think y'all didn't try to make it like I was mad. I don't know what y'all thought. And the fucking Nissan I drive, like I said, you're supposed to take care of anything you got. You got the money to take care of it. Take care of it. Don't let it go down. That's why you might see a car that at the time it was new wasn't very no, I'm not trying to clean it up. I'm telling you the truth. 40 years later, it's worth $60,000 because you kept it. You might have drove it, or maybe it's worth 20. But if you would have, it really would have been worth nothing. Because there are fucking Pintos that are being sold. I'm pretty sure at what's the one, the big one? Mothers, not mothers. Is it what's the big auction? I can't remember. I don't give. You know which one I'm talking about. I think there are. Because at this point, it's not, oh, that's a five. It's not the 80s. In the 80s, yeah. But right now, it's like, well, first of all, who had the foresight to keep a Pinto? No, I'm not mad. I'm not clowning. I'm like, nigga, I'm still going to keep whatever it is clean. But to y'all, everything is still a competition. And then y'all want to blame Trump. Y'all do. I'll tell you. I'm not gonna go into. I'll just say they still want to blame Trump for them wanting to compete. And then it's like, I'm gonna ask y'all this question. If you can answer this with a valid answer, so what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to let my hair grow crazy, let my car fall apart, walk to the store, and no, not even sell it, but just let it fall apart, take the bus, stop buying groceries or what. So what am I supposed to do? And I'm not being sarcastic. I'm like, okay, what's your suggestion? I'm not asking like because I'm 100% sure, faithfully with Jesus, that you have no sane answer. I'm pretty sure your answer is just jealousy. There's nothing. I still can't get it. Why are you so fucking jealous of a? You wrecked my Mustang. You wrecked my Tahoe, which it was a '95, and all I did was get it painted, and the bumper was still crashed. The back bumper was still crashed up, but y'all couldn't take that. Y'all couldn't take it. Then y'all have the nerve to ask, are you still with Trump? I'm not gonna tell all the rest. What does that have to do? So what? Okay, instead of asking me that, tell me, hey man, why won't you just let us win? Instead of asking me, all these sneaky questions, try to pretend we're friends. Ask me, why can't we be better than you? I really they're like, what is it? How is that helping everybody else? I don't get it. Y'all cannot explain communism, especially from what I see and what I done showed everybody. Because if y'all was communists, why did y'all come out today in full force with Corvettes, old school Cadillacs? I couldn't tell what year it looked like. It was a 70s, a 75 Caprice. Why did y'all come out? What does that have to do with communism, socialism, helping everybody? What is little buddy? Y'all cutting his hair. What does that have to do? Him trying to mock me, little piece of shit. So if I would have jumped on him and stomped his head into the mud, how is that? But the point y'all even doing? Well, how is that supposed to help poor black people? As y'all always say, nobody's gonna do nothing for. How are y'all doing something for poor black people by showing out like that, showing your ass, as we would say back in our day. How is showing your ass going to help Tamika and her 5 kids? How is that going to help her? All right, so back to this shit.
Testing program and a vaccination program, and we could monitor the numbers. That was like the type of thing I did for my career agencies, go to different countries and help them do that. The mayor's team contacted me because I was in New York before that, and they contacted me to come back. So I moved back from Ethiopia to New York to run the COVID response for the city. So I like set up all the testing and vaccine program for the city. I actually was the one who convinced the mayor to make it a mandate. I was on TV for about a year and a half. So I was on a press conference every day for a year and a half, every morning at 10 a.m. What? Yeah, with the mayor. I have to sit next to him. For COVID? Yeah, for COVID, yeah. I'm very Googleable, but I'm not like... Okay, I didn't Google you. You can Google me now. Okay, I'll do it. If that turns you on.
Now, there's more to Dr. Varma than mere medical tyranny here. It's a classic story of the rules for thee, but not for me.
Also, classic story of a fucking punk ass sucker who couldn't get no pussy his whole life, high school, grade school. Grade school we wasn't supposed to. I'm from New York or whatever. I didn't do too much. Really probably none. Hide and go get back then. None of the girls and none of the guys. Y'all didn't know what I'm talking about. Nobody would invite him to play his whole life. Middle school, by middle school, you're not playing hide and go get. He's trying to. Well, you really, especially those '80s. It really, them girls did look like them '80s movies. All that shit. Well, at least I was in high school, but whatever. Black girls too, but uh, and it's like you don't know. I don't have to know for him to do what he did and say the stuff that he said. And then it's like he literally got married after college. I'm pretty sure he met a nerd girl that's fine, and he couldn't. Yeah, that's why real men back in the day, yeah, sow your wild oats. He's still trying to sow his wild oats after being married. That's why y'all destroyed everything, destroyed the rest of us. Maybe we sold our wild oats, but y'all couldn't take it. Because y'all couldn't get no pussy your whole lives. It's like, well, what about the girls? It's been like that. Them girls always did fine, whatever. That somebody sold, the guy sold their wives over, they don't complain. Who complain? The fake complaints are the communists. They thought they found a psychological world. They thought they were smart.
It's a classic story of the rules for thee, but not for me, as we see with a lot of unelected bureaucrats. But this story is not one about hypocrisy. I want to be clear. Everyone's a hypocrite. It's not lost on me. This is a story about those in charge not fearing what it is that they demanded you fear in a way that altered your life. You were told to fear going to church. You were told to fear meeting family, fear running your business, or even vote. Remember that? It was so dangerous.
And all of this, remember this. I couldn't say nothing. Even what I mean by even me, my channel was small. Remember, I would make videos. Oh, I got a strike. I got a, I can't make videos for 30 days. Remember, I would get that. And I'm like, I got, whatever. My video literally says it was viewed by three people. I still would get a strike. And no, we weren't spreading misinformation. They didn't want like I said, a nerd who never could sow his wild oats, just didn't want nobody to do it. It wasn't even about, COVID, it was just about anything. They just didn't want us real men to do anything.
You needed
And
to
no, I'm not saying the real. Oh, I'm a real man. You didn't know. This is just the truth.
come home by any means possible, while you, the peasants, were locked down and not allowed to gather with more than 10 people at a time. Elites, like Jay Varma, well, he was hosting sex parties.
It's so funny. It's like this because I did all this like deviant, like sexual stuff while I was like, like on TV and all this stuff.
Yeah, all the sensual stuff. What the hell does that? See, that's how you know he a nerd who never got any pussy. Probably lost his virginity. There they go. Like I said, yo, that light. There go the lames. That's the same. You know, he's just like this dude. The dude that just drove. Never got any pussy till recently. Till the Democrats gave him money, PPP loans. There's out, yeah. No, it's not hate. So he gonna race up this street because he never got any pussy in his life until recently, till 2020. I got pussy in 2020. Democrats gave me some pussy. And he know it's over with. No more pussy. He can't figure it out. The rest of us, you know, it's easy as fuck. But it really probably an automatic. It probably was an automatic. Yeah, I'm acting like he was actually shifting gears. I didn't hear none. I didn't hear no. It was an automatic. It's exactly a punk bitch who can't drive a stick. You know, I didn't hear. I didn't. You didn't hear. You didn't hear no stick shift, no clutching, no stick to clutch, none of that. Heel towing. You ain't hear none of that. Yeah, probably. I ain't even look. Probably was a Dodge Charger or something. Little girl car. Nigga, you driving a little girl car.
Stuff. Yeah. People are like, aren't you afraid? Aren't you embarrassed? And I was like, no, actually, I'm like really like I love being my authentic self. So every type of range of everything. Okay. And I've been to a lot of like sex parties, lots of like play parties. Okay, so what were the sex parties like during COVID? So that I didn't. So I never went to a like public sex one. We actually had a like my wife and I like had one with our friends like in August of like that first summer. Because all our friends were just like, well, it wasn't so much sex. They were just like, I need to get like this energy out of me and stuff like that. Yeah. So we rented a hotel. I think kind of kind of sneaky about it because hotels didn't want people gathering there. Because I was like running the entire city. I like had a whole like I had everything get tested the right way. Told me where to get tested. Showed me the results. It was fun. We all like took like Molly and it was like there's like 8 or 9 of us in 10 or 8 to 10 of us in a room and everybody had a blast because everybody was like so pumped up. Oh my god.
You see, he's a nerd. A blast. It was a blast.
So why do so many
And so YouTube, you know, they can't stop these videos, but what they can do is put the ads. It's no biggie. They just trying to, you know, irritate.
Oh my god, yeah. Actually, was the one who convinced the mayor to and help countries like build their systems to detect and respond to diseases.
for all of
And me myself, I'm just saying, if I ever had a good, you know, whatever, I got my own, I'm finna, you know, whatever. I'm not gonna use that as my game. I really, there was even back then when I was in I would never, yeah, hey, you that, well, you're not what? No, 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 no. I'd be talking to white, black, yellow, green, orange, Asian, whatever color. I would never do no lame shit like that. What are y'all doing tonight? What's up? You know, exactly. I don't. She find out later. And I ain't talking about, oh, I would have hit and ran. Or if I got, you know, I caught, you know, I don't, ain't no such thing as luck. But whatever. If I got lucky, Erical, and got some, we talk about, you know, what you know, about it. But if you're like, well, you wouldn't, you know, and it's not the girl. You know, okay, all right, I admit it. Yeah, the times that I really didn't, you know, that you call it arrogance. Yeah, it was me. It was, oh, she do that. I did, you know, whatever it is. That was big. That was long time.
The COVID pandemic. Right, the streets of New York City looked like a dystopian sci-fi movie, albeit with less charm and more hobo urine. No, more than normal for New York City. No, it was even worse than the rest of the country. Thousands of businesses were forced to close. Millions of
And
New
that's what I'm
Yorkers
saying. This ain't about we hating. Oh, you was having a party and we couldn't go. Nobody, most of us wouldn't have wanted to go with a bunch of 40 somethings doing Molly. Who in the fuck want to go to a party with grown ups doing Molly? I don't even know what that. You're like, well, why is that such? 'Cause whatever. You don't do. Okay, but I don't. I'm just saying. I still can talk. I'm just.
their jobs overnight, and loved ones were forced to die alone in quarantine.
And I remember that. I remember that too. They couldn't. They did that on purpose. Just like I said, they did it on. I said it back then. They did it on purpose. They didn't let in the old folks' home in New York City. They wouldn't let them come. Think about it. We all hope to be old. We hope and pray, really pray, not hope to be old one day. Okay, now if your folks don't fuck with you, okay, you die alone in the nursing home if you or you on whatever. But more than likely they accept their fate. But if you got people and they can't come, that is totally, even I don't care what you say. This is not fake outrage. That is fucked up. I bet I said it back then. I said it when they first reported it in 2020, 4 years ago, or three and a half, or whatever. 2020, but it was in the middle, so it's three and a half.
Meat is responsible for all of it. Dr. J. Varma.
I spent my career, I worked for the CDC for 20 years, so I kind of lived all over the world doing infectious disease work. So I used to spend time doing public health where I go to different, so I lived in Bangkok and in Beijing and in Ethiopia and in
That's why I don't know if it's the same girl, but these niggas are so lame. But no, I really am giving her credit. She sounds. What I'm saying is, I think she would fool anybody, even you know. But you're like, well, you're no. I wouldn't be in a situation where somebody sends something, you know, someone like her at me. Never have, never will, never was, cuz. Yeah, nobody's sending him at me, so I have nothing to worry about. So even if they do, they just doing it for a prank. But
what I did was, my job was to go and help countries like build their systems to detect and respond to diseases. So kind of like during COVID, where you had to set up a testing program and a vaccination program, and you need to monitor the numbers. That was like the type of thing I did for my career at CC's, go to different countries and help them do that. The mayor's team contacted me because I was in New York before that, and they contacted me to come back. So I moved back from Ethiopia to New York to run the COVID response for the city. So I set up all the testing and vaccine program for the city. I actually was the one who.
I'm saying even if it was a good thing, they did good stuff, and it was actually a zombie apocalypse like in the movies. Seriously, I still wouldn't use that. You will find that out later.
Convinced the mayor to make it a mandate. I was on TV for about a year and a half. So I was on a press conference every day for a year and a half, every morning at 10 o'clock. What? Yeah, with the mayor. I had to sit next to him. For COVID? Yeah, for COVID, yeah.
And honestly, like I said, you wouldn't even think of all that. You would, what do you do for a living? If you talk, what do you do? It's not that she's interested and want to get with you long term. Is that you're no fucking nerd. Is that we're in a club? Hey, this ain't. I don't care. Remember, is that y'all saw it here? I did it here. I was in action. Y'all got mad and literally shut down a whole corporation because I got down and got busy. And where do nothing but white folks? Y'all was mad as fuck. You know, Asian chicks and all that shit. Y'all mad as fuck. Ain't no I did this. I work here. Blah blah blah. But all of them was professionals. It is yeah. It's all like cause I'm one of them. But Had nothing to do with racism and holding other people back. Yeah, we're not lame nerds, and y'all shut that shit down.
Okay, I didn't Google you. Maybe I should have. You can Google me now. Okay, I'll Google if that turns you on.
Now, there's more to Dr. Varma than mere medical tyranny here. It's a classic story of the rules for thee, but not for me, as we see with a lot of unelected bureaucrats. But this story is not one about hypocrisy. I want to be clear. Everyone's a hypocrite. It's not lost on me. This is a story about those in charge not fearing what it is that they demanded you fear in a way that altered your life. You were told to fear going to church. You were told to fear meeting family, fear running your business, or even vote. Remember that? It was so dangerous, you needed to vote from home.
That's what I said. Shenanigans. That's the old. Is like, why are y'all smiling? And then that's another thing. I keep asking myself, how is like today? All they did was smile and laugh. How is smile and laughing? That's a war tactic. Smile and laughing. This is, he don't understand. This is a new demographic. What you gonna choke everybody? I'm not in charge, stupid bitch. I'm not. Yeah. What the hell? I don't. These folks are fucking insane. I hate to say it. They're insane. You're literally, you got women that look normal, some of them older, look like regular church folks or whatever. They're all driving and doing it. Everybody's in with this. I said, look like. And I keep asking, who am I to y'all that y'all have to keep coming? And then you got these niggas, gangsters, so wannabe gangsters, and a fucking, their car club coming at me. And then the little boy on his bike, New York shit, like he a hitter, on a fucking bike. I told y'all that shit lame as fuck. Somebody gonna smoke your stupid ass. Seriously. You need to be trying to get some money, a job, whatever, as a pussy. A real girl or whatever. Not riding on a bike popping fucking wheelies like you goddamn 8 years old. I don't care if you're gonna graduate. Yeah, we gonna I'm gonna have a Katana 1100 or with a GXR, Jixer or whatever. I don't even care. No, nigga, no, ain't no graduate. You finna graduate into 6 feet deep. Ain't nobody playing with these stupid bitches. You playing with our money, stupid ass hoe. I don't give a fuck if your mama crying because you 17. That bitch could be next to you. You want to go with that nigga? Exactly. You should have raised him right. Yeah, I didn't think you want to go with that little bitch ass nigga.
To vote from home by any means possible, while you, the peasants, were locked down and not allowed to gather with more than 10 people at a time. Elites, like Jay Varma, well, he was hosting sex parties.
It's so funny, it's like this, because I did all this like deviant, like sexual stuff while I was like,
This sensual. What the hell type of game? I was doing all this get sensual stuff. What the hell is sensual? You no, I know. Literally, I told you. I think I did tell y'all. I used to acquire. I told you I had the Vanna White issue of Playboy. That's another thing. The reason I talk about it is because I was in Roswell, Georgia, all white. This is 1987. And you know what I mean, but it was Barnes and Noble. But it wasn't. I used to go there every weekend. I used to walk to Roswell Mall. That's where I was. Roswell is. I guess it was Barnes. And I would read I would spend hours all day long reading the guy. I didn't read books. I read the magazine, car magazines, and obviously by the end, how did you don't worry about how? But and she never said. I don't know if it was the same, but it was a blonde chick. She was, she probably was only like 20. Maybe she didn't give a fuck. But I thought white supremacy, racism. This 1987, Roswell. She never said a word. I would be back there, almost like I'm on shift with her. I would be back at the magazine rack for hours. I walk to the mall and would walk home. And sometimes I would, not just Playboy, penthouses. And I told you, penthouse forum. At penthouse forum is no pictures. And really, the best one I liked every month was Penthouse Forum because it was letters. I remember I told you, even back then, I thought it was bullshit though. I'm like, these are just professional writers. I was in seventh grade. I'm like, this is, because it's penthouse forum. It's a forum. It's just like nowadays, like Reddit. Exactly. Exactly. I'm like, this is not real. No, I promise. No, obviously, I couldn't tell nobody. I mean, I could have told my friends, my white boys, and actually, I did. I'll be honest. I got a bunch of us in trouble. Really? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Their parents, everybody had to come. Mama, hey, oh. Like, what'd you do? Yeah, I brought one of them, but it wasn't a forum. I brought one of the magazines school that they one of them dummies passed it to the wrong person. Next thing you know, we all in principal. This is the first time I'm telling y'all about this. So yeah, all these rich white kids, nobody's mad at me. Nobody, oh, you got us in trouble. Nope. Again, we're in the office. Then the next year, like I said, one time we were in trouble again. But I was just surprised. Nobody, my mom, none of them, none of the parents were pissed about. And the teacher didn't throw me at the principal. Nobody threw me on the bus that it was mine. I don't remember. All I know, I didn't get backlash for bringing. And this white girl is penthouse. I didn't bring the Playboy. I bought the raciest one is penthouse, and I brought it for the homies. Right here. She's like, really? Yeah. Y'all good? Yeah. Hey, this is a freebie for you. But and I think I did because I thought they was gonna be, why you looking at these white girls? No, none of them, none of the white boys, they was not none of that. The teachers, maybe I don't remember getting singled out. Oh, they didn't snitch. Oh, that's right, they didn't snitch. I don't know exactly. They didn't, they didn't snitch. It was this was just seventh grade. We still get arrested the next year, seventh, eighth grade. But nobody. Oh, why you looking at these white women? Da 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 da. Women penthouse. I'm the only one getting those. Exactly. I'm from New York, nigga. Yeah, what's up? But but anyway, I would be in there. I'd be in there for hours reading the about cars, really. But back then the upper level, and it had the brown paper back. Exactly, yeah. Okay, and then I don't know. I guess I knew from the other Playboys that Vanna White gonna be in one. Oh shit! And then that month comes, and yep, sure enough, all right. But and it was a white chick. I remember seeing her when I walk out. She barely looked at me when I walked in. She knew I was back there for hours, and I would be in there every weekend, every Saturday. Never said a word. Never said nothing. I don't even remember about people coming. I was almost like I don't remember anybody ever coming in there and buying anything. Books or whatever. It seemed like it was just me and her. That's what I said. Like I was on shift too. But all right. So anyway, this nerd right here. Back to the nerd.
It's so funny. It's like this because I did all this like deviant, like sexual stuff and all that was like
Yeah, sensual stuff. That's what. Yeah, sensual stuff.
Yeah, people like, are
What
you?
the hell is that?
And I was like, no, actually, I'm like really like I love being my authentic self. So I had every type of range of everything. Okay. And I've been to a lot of like sex parties, lots of like play
I
parties.
think we might have got in house, more than likely like in house, because I hated the few times in house was like the worst. And then was Breakfast Club was actually old by then, like it on Cinemax or HBO. And obviously our in house suspension, and plus in house means it's or detention. No, in house For us, it wasn't on the weekend. Breakfast Club, Anthony Michael, all of it was a Saturday. For us, it was like you just go. All of us had to go sit in another class all day long, and your teachers sent you assignments from each class. It was like the worst because it was just I wasn't finna do that, but it. Or maybe I did. I did them. I think I did.
Okay, so what were the sessions during COVID? So that I didn't. So I never went to a public tech one. We actually had my wife and I had one with our friends, like in August of that first summer. Because all of them just well, it wasn't so much sex. They were just I need to get this energy out of me and stuff like that. Yeah. So we rented a hotel. I think kind of sneaky about it because hotels didn't want people gathering there. Because I was running the entire city. I how everything get tested the right way. Told me where to get tested.
I mean, it's gonna take me forever to watch this video. This guy, I mean, and it's not even this guy like y'all say, like y'all try to say, y'all used to try to say that about me. This guy, me, I'm a real nigga, gangster. It's like this guy, that sounds like a mob movie. Yeah, seriously, Joe Pesci and him. This guy, what? I'm this guy. I know black gangs ain't the mob, but either way, yeah, you talking about there's some black people will say that this guy, no, nah, it's not. It don't hurt my feelings. Oh, I'm this guy. I'm not your home. No, no, no. That's it's not even disrespect. As y'all said, disrespect. Oh, it's on then. Okay, that's what you said. No, you said this guy. How? No, okay, that's what's up. I'm this guy. But I know. I just said I called him this guy. That's why I went off on that tangent.
Really I love being my authentic self. So every type of range of everything. Okay. And I've been to a lot of sex parties, lots of play parties and stuff like that. Okay, so what were the sex parties during COVID? So that I didn't. So I never went to a public tech one. We actually had my wife and I had one with our friends, in August of that first summer. Because all of them just well, it wasn't so much sex. They were just I need to get this energy out of me and stuff like that. Yeah. So we rented a hotel. I think kind of sneaky about it because hotels didn't want people gathering there. Because I was running the entire city. I how everything get tested the right way. Told me where to get tested.
He ain't talking about really STDs. He's talking about fucking.
Went to a public tech one. We actually had a.
It don't matter if it's public. According to y'all, you couldn't go to your grandma's house or your mother's house with your kids, her grandkids, or your parents, grandma and grandpa for your kids. So why couldn't people go to their mama and dad's house, or mother-in-law's house and father-in-law? But you can go to a sex club even if it was only 5 people. But they couldn't even just go see 2 people. Nah, I'm dead serious.
My wife and I had one with our friends, in August of that first summer.
Oh, you know what? That's what Al did. Because I did say I want to ring. There was some of them I want to ring their neck. So they see that's what I'm talking about. That's why they laugh. They're still fist bumping. Yeah, you gonna ring everybody's neck. That's why he said that. That's why they said that today.
Just well, it wasn't so much sex. They were just I need to get this energy out of me and stuff like that. Yeah. So we rented a hotel. I think kind of sneaky about it because hotels didn't want people gathering there. Because I was running the entire city. I how everything get tested the right way. Told me where to get tested. Showed me the results. It was fun. We all took Molly and just it was 8 or 9 of us and then 10 of us in a room and everybody had a blast because everybody was so pumped up.
Of course, you had a blast. You could have had a blast literally without doing what you did. Nerd, fuck nigga, no pussy getting, no sowing your wild oats. You and your wife trading each other off. Could have had a blast, and the rest of us, you didn't have to do none of that shit. That's what I keep trying to explain. That's why it's gonna come down on you. You could have had a blast without doing the rest of us dirty. That's why I keep trying to, what is it called? Edify you. You don't have to do other people dirty to have a blast.
Because all of them were just like, well, it wasn't so much sex, they were just like, I need to get like this energy out of me and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we rented a hotel. I think kind of kind of sneaky about it because hotels didn't want people gathering there. Because that was like running the entire city. I like had a whole like I had everything get tested the right way, told me where to get tested, showed me the results. It was fun. We all like took like Molly and just like it was like 8 or 9 of us and then 10 or 8 to 10 of us in a room and everybody had a blast because everybody was like so pent up because it had been like everybody was just like stuck together and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not so much about like executive stuff. Sometimes it's just something about like bodies being close to each other, right? Just being like naked with friends.
During COVID, we just had private parties. I think COVID was good. Yeah, so it was just home, in our home or other places. That was the way we did during COVID because in like it was like August 2020, all of our friends, like people were friends and stuff, were all just play Fall World. Everybody was just like heads up. And so I did like a whole like testing protocol for everybody. It was a relatively small. I mean, small isn't like no COVID test. It was like 10 to 12 people.
Okay, so violate the draconian lockdowns that the rest of the population has to follow for a mass sex party once, shame on me. Violate your own draconian mandates again over a year later when your rules only allow for a max gathering of 50 people so that you can attend a drug-fueled underground dance party with 4 times that number of people. Shame on.
Now, officials say gatherings continue to play a role in the increase. While anyone planning on a big party, officials are telling you, think again.
The only way I could do this job for the city was if I had some way to blow off steam every now and then.
Do you think you'd have gotten like a hard time if like the like New York City found out that you're having sex parties during COVID?
Yeah, it would have been a big deal. Yeah, it would have been a real embarrassment.
Yeah, you can keep it. Yeah, keep it.
Actually, the only time I felt kind of nervous was fairly early on, right when we were about to do the vaccine mandate, right before we did it. I hadn't been to any like dance clubs in New York City yet, and we went to some. We had a while when we were about to do the vaccine.
I mean, they all sounded looking like. And did he say dance hall? Whatever. I never been to a dance hall. All I know about dance hall is Patra and a few others. No, I'm not mad. What I'm saying is, yeah, it's Molly. And I'm pretty sure there was, but exactly, that means there was Cardi B's and Ice Spices and Megan Thee Stallion twerking on this nigga dance hall. Y'all don't know what that, yeah, like I said, remember I told you, Patra is the reason I went airborne, right? The white girl. No, she didn't say nothing. I had seen the videos, like really, right? I didn't know who Patra was till like 8 months before I was at that meeting I was in, or 8 or 9 months. They started pumping her up in '93 on Rap City and all that. Patra and them girls. Look up the video. I could pull it up. Whatever. Let me pull it up. And it wasn't. None of us was like, oh shit, because it wasn't like Two Live Crew, and this is down south. So nobody. We didn't even talk about it. I'm like, oh, yeah, the girls was bending over, right? All that shit. Back that's what I'm saying. It was bending over. That's what I call it. But yeah, he's talking about dance hall. So y'all swear y'all hate white colonialism, but a Democrat white nerd, y'all will bend y'all asses over for.
Watch the sun, watch out, anything now shock out, get washed out. Watch how the king, the boat, and the queen are come out, patch out, spread.
Oh, I can't. Why can't I play something that's literally on YouTube? But anyway, where's the video where this ain't it? Like I said, I don't remember. I really don't remember. They was doing that shit. It's like, well, no, I never said I was a big fan. I just said I liked that one video, where the girl was. Yeah, that song right there was like the beat and all that. And what I'm saying is, as they was as they were giving a spiel about why we should join the 82nd, which I had never heard of until 30 minutes before. He just, one thing, we work hard, play hard. Okay, that was one good thing. Then you get an extra $110 a month. Really, that was it too. It was a tie between $110 a month. And no, I didn't think Patrick was coming back. All I know is she said we just had a concert on Post, and Patrick was there. What does you know? You see like an E6 or E7 white chick, Signal Corps. She was 82nd City. What do you know about? But why are you saying this to entice us? And I didn't think she was coming back, and she did. We had other concerts. I remember, yeah, we be up in the house, them concerts on four, but it wasn't paid. I don't even remember who it was, but it was. No, it was a Saturday. It is summertime, hot as fuck, you know. But anyway, y'all get the point. You get the point. I can't remember what video because it was on TV. The one, the girl, and they was, skinny Jamaican girl, but this was the '90s. Like I said, they wasn't thick like Luke dancers, players, niggas, grab, but whatever. They wasn't thick like Luke dancers, but it still was good enough to make me sign away. Okay, I'll jump out of airplanes, that. And all it did, it just was, it was like the extra 110. And work hard, play it hard. At that point, I was, I just really that's really probably what resonated. But anyway,
This is what me are the queen, me run the pack. Shuffle up the deck, I catch from Fanta. So no sepatra, another sack. Anything test, I'm up.
yeah, like I said, my homie, he was from Brooklyn, so and then everything was, was that Fayetteville, like I said, Buju Banton and Black Lion, and all this shit was going off. But after we got there, whatever, after I got there. All right, back to this nigga. I mean, I got to rewind it. Did he just say, yeah, they dance hall?
Yeah, keep it.
Actually, the only time I felt kind of nervous was fairly early on, right when we were about to do the vaccine mandate, right before we did it. There hadn't been any like dance clubs in New York City yet. And we went to some when we were about to do the vaccine mandate, right before we did it. There hadn't been any like dance clubs.
Oh, he said dance club. Okay, I went off for no reason. I admit I was wrong. I thought I heard something that I didn't hear. Yeah, well, we had a break. Y'all needed a break anyway. But
And we went to some, we had a wild night, like we went to like a boat, there's always dance parties on boats. And then we went to some like underground like dance party, like underneath the bank in Wall Street. And we were all rolling, we were all taking Molly, and everyone was high. And I was so happy, because I hadn't done that in like a year and a half, like a year or whatever. And but I was looking around being like, I wonder if he sees me looking at me. Because this was not
Wait,
COVID
when was
friendly.
that?
This was like May or June of 20.
so it is like, yeah, at the beginning he was, he was scared, right? Because he had just got there. Oh, this is not COVID friendly, and he's the one who made these rules, literally. But pussy, drugs, exactly, all that. Really, they didn't had to get him high. I guarantee they didn't have to get him high. It's like, nigga, you got hooked on drugs for no reason, cause you lame. Nah, seriously, the rest of us, seriously, throughout history, that's what women get mad about. Men like us, you just get. No, it's not a diss, cause if you gave her, they're mad. That's it. It's like, no, you don't have a right to it. That's why they came up with the, women respect all, and they're really talking about hoes, and they made all these videos with hoes on. Oh no, you need to, you're a little boy, you insecure. They're like, nope.
So it was like the spring, so the vaccines had become available, but nobody had really kind Yeah, it was for small groups. It was for certain city workers, but it wasn't. There wasn't a citywide. You can't go to clubs or bars yet. That happened in June.
So people were like losing their jobs at that time if they didn't get it.
There might have been, but not a. It's a very small number of people. Most people.
Wouldn't you think she's a cop right there? She said so people were losing their jobs, but he's still just talking. You know, anybody else, bitch, you wearing a wire? You know what? You know you gonna grab that hoe. Fuck that shit. You know anybody else? Oh, so people were losing their job. Wait, what the fuck? No, oh hell no, no. This is real. This is a lane. Anybody else? Oh, word. Oh, you know what? Yeah, let's move this talk. Or you know what? Fuck that. In front of everybody, you rather get arrested for assaulting a woman, because the nigga that she's talking that's a misdemeanor because you might have got to snatch her shirt off or find out you grabbed her titty, but then you find it is a wire or a camera. So the police get there and it's like blah blah blah. So I don't know what's gonna happen. How does that work? You know, but no, it's not even about that. It's about the fact that he look. There go another airplane. It's about the fact that he didn't even recognize. He's still like what? He's still just blabbing away. Yeah, we and see the rest of us. First of all, we wouldn't be in that situation. That's why I keep. That's why it's so funny. We laugh at you, lames. No, not because I would have known she was a cop or whatever. It's because I would have, you know, wouldn't have did it in the first place. And if I'm out trying to get me some ass, you know, I wouldn't be using my job. Period. Yo, what y'all doing? Oh shit, yeah, I hate this song right here. You know, whatever. Yeah, I look at these. You know, I might even try to clown some people out. Though, you know, put like whatever. It don't matter. Just, oh, look, this nigga, he think he can dance. You know, shit like that. You know, we laugh and look at this clown. Yeah, that's it. Whatever. No. Oh, I'm the CDC. They're like, no, nope, nope.
Did become available, but nobody had really kind of thought about having like. Well, I never thought of going to a big scale party.
Was the vaccine mandate out?
But for the record, I wouldn't have called mythical dude. I just, you know, this situation. I wouldn't have called him a clown. I just would have said, "Look at this guy right there," or "Look at the." I just said, I never did. I'd have done where I, you know, used that and I didn't got, you know, scored, but I wouldn't never say clown.
It was for small groups. It was for certain city workers, but it wasn't. There wasn't a citywide. You can't go to clubs or bars yet. That happened in June.
So people were like losing their jobs at that time if they didn't get it.
There might have been, but not a. It's a very small number of people. Most people, everybody can go to that.
How big was the party?
There was probably 200 people. It was like the bottom of some bank. And then when your turn comes up to get the vaccine.
How big was the party? That's what real niggas talk. Yeah, but this is pre-pillow talk. This isn't even pillow talk. Is after you get the pussy. And you know, and I know Birmingham, them niggas was by the 2000s. This new age puffy shit. Them niggas was mad. I think they realized there was certain niggas that was, but see, they didn't know why, and I didn't either. And you know, they're spreading the word about pillow talk. You know, that's how a lot of niggas was getting busted. Pillow talk. You know, you to impress this hoe to fuck. You know, da 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 da. You telling her everything about this and that to impress her. I even took it a step further in my thoughts. I'm like, that bitch wasn't even a snitch. That bitch might have been an undercover cop. Remember 21 Jump Street? Exactly. You only got to be 18. No, I did. I thought about that. I was, you know, like, you see these little hoes tight pants up, you know. And she walk even now, she walking up and down the street, whatever. That bitch might be a cop. Literally. Police academy trained, all that shit. She is a fucking cop. And yeah, and then on top of it, she's 19, 20. And that means that she's 20. She joined when she's 18. She got like a year experience out of the academy. Whatever. You know what they would do? Who knows? It's like I know it's a movie, I guess, you know, in my head. But, you know, I'm like, shit, pillow talk. It wasn't even that they pillow talked this. They jammed her up and when she got to testify. It's like, did you ever think that I don't know what told me. Something told me. I was driving by a bit, you know, as usual. She was standing by. This is Birmingham. And I thought it did something later on. I don't know. They don't look like cops. They just look like your regular old young girl, not even hood rats, whatever. And look, there they go with the airplanes. And it's like, what if they not even camera? They shooting down some kind of, you know, cancer producing stuff. Like I said, they just keep flying over. That you know what? I gotta send this footage to. It's no such thing as coincidence. And the airport, like I said, knowing, and then I've been making videos here. There's a helicopter chasing it. I've been making videos here for 4 years. Well, not 4, 2 years, because I did take a whatever. It wasn't a break, but now all of a sudden this time the election, all these planes. Remember when I had the bush out front, and this was before they did all this. Remember I was making videos before they did all this, before they changed the parking lot, all that. There was no airplanes. Now all of a sudden, yeah, they flying. If I'm sitting up front, it always whether I'm sitting. Yesterday I was up front. If I was sitting up front, yeah, they was always. Yeah, yesterday, yeah. If I go out front tomorrow, yeah, they gonna fly again. No such thing as coincidence.
And then when your turn comes up to get the vaccine, we want you to get that because that is the path to parties.
Okay, so that seems bad at first glance, and second, and all of them. But I'm willing to bet that.
And like I said, yeah, yesterday I was sitting up front. All that, like right now, all I would hear if they did what they did yesterday, all the airplanes was in front, and I wouldn't see them. I would hear them, and I would have to open my gate and go out over there so I could see them. Now I'm sitting in back, right over here. They flying. I said that. That's what I'm telling. That's enough. They're stupidly dangerous. They're dangerously stupid. These people are dangerous. They don't even care about what they're doing. How obvious it is. Think about our world enemies. And you're like, well, if the only way we don't have world enemies is if they sold us fucking out. They promised Iran, China, they sold us out. That's the only way we don't have world enemies.
Sex parties are not what you missed most, and certainly not what you missed out on most during the COVID pandemic, if you were in New York. Probably loved ones, holidays, family gatherings.
Yeah, it's like Vietnam. They could take the pictures. Exactly. We've seen, and this is 2024. I'm talking about Vietnam. I done seen remember that one, pt1, all that shit. Yeah, back then with 1970 technology, 69, Gene Hackman, and Mr. Gene Hackman and Mr. pt1. That was a good. I didn't see that till years later. Obviously like in the 80s or 90s, really 90s. Probably the 2000s. I saw it but it was a 70s. I mean, whatever Vietnam movie, pt1. But yeah, because by then I was out of the military, so I understood, call sign. But honestly, I ain't gonna tell. Yeah, now, yeah. So they told them keep flying around. Yeah, play it off, keep flying around, but this time don't fly over the back. And remember, I'm trying to figure out what do y'all want to take a picture of me for. Google Earth is like, they could use Google, but this time, no, this is. Nah, back to one. Obviously the scene was Gene Hackman. When he winked his eye. By then, I was out the military, but it's like you could feel that. Well, at least he was using 82nd. I'm just saying.
Most during the COVID pandemic, if you were in New York. Probably loved ones, holidays, family gatherings, especially around Thanksgiving.
And if anybody has seen it, I don't know. If you was either one, there's nothing. Either one was nothing you could do. It was that situation was fucked. So you could feel both of them, and it had nothing to do with race.
Missed that time where Governor Cuomo was sicking law enforcement on unsuspecting citizens and you were being chastised by your elected officials. What about that? What did Mr. Varma do then?
Health officials discouraging travel during the approaching holiday season as scores of cities are dealing with surges in coronavirus cases.
My wife's family was in Seattle and they went back over Christmas, that first COVID Christmas. I couldn't go because publicly I encouraged New Yorkers not to travel. And so, the mayor was like, you really can't go with your family, you gotta stay here. Because if they catch you if somebody takes a picture at the airport of you, they'll...
Did the mayor know about your party?
No. I'm talking about that part of my life.
Yeah.
Okay, that one's pretty rough too. But I'm sure these people believe some of what they espouse. For example, a lot of you who didn't get the vaccine, right? Because you...
Not only that, getting fired, soldiers, military personnel were let go, not just nurses. All the best people. And he knows it was a fucking joke. No, there is no other words for it. It was a joke. He knew it.
believe there was some kind of natural immunity if you'd already had the virus, and you were told absolutely not. That's not the case, especially in New York. Social distancing, masks. You need a minimum of 4 doses of the vaccine.
And if you're 50 years old or above, you need 4 doses.
I'm sure that's consistent when they don't know cameras are running, right?
I know people that won't have sex with someone that didn't get the COVID vaccine. And I don't know enough to know if that's like a...
Sorry, that's like a weird, I think that's a weird, belief that somehow, their body is different.
And he's supposed to be... I remember Mumps party, because I never had chicken pox or the mumps or whatever. I never had it. Remember, as a kid, my whole life, back in the 80s, and even the Simpsons did an episode, they did a chicken pox party or whatever, and they said they used to have it back in the 60s. One kid would get it, and they would let all the other kids get it, because as a kid, it's much easier. Measles or whatever. I never had it. But, I don't worry about it. I'm just saying, whatever. Being a poor kid or whatever, yeah, I probably had all these vaccines. I know I did booster shots. I remember, like I said, I used to get it is only whatever. I can't even explain. Yeah, when you get older, you start, they setting you up. Like I just remember a little bit. Oh, because they knew. Yeah, I hear them talk. Time to get the boosters. And all that shit. And I never till 2020 ever heard that phrase. And I didn't know what my whole life, I never knew what a booster shot meant. Even though I'm smart, I really didn't know. They're boosting up the shot. So basically that means I had the first shot. Now I know what the fuck boosters are. New York City, guinea pigs, this the 70s.
Exposed to the virus,
I mean, the only thing was because of the actual needle. My hip was sore. They give you the booster in your butt, your booty, your hip or whatever. By the time and back then, yeah, we taking the train and bus to go to the the health department. So I had to walk because I'm like 4 years old. Ain't nobody carrying me. And yeah, they thought it was cute. I guess I don't know. I remember limping around and they did, but they don't feel guilty because they didn't gave me some fucking ice cream. Yeah. And then you see, y'all gangsta. I don't eat ice. To this day, I barely eat ice. I can count the times I didn't eat ice cream. So ice cream was never my thing. Oh, y'all like, maybe that's why you don't like ice cream. I doubt it. I just don't like. Because I didn't get cake. I don't eat cake either. And it wasn't, we're going to get ice cream and cake. So I doubt that. I just.
Okay, so it turns out science is a thing, and that one looks kind of bad. But let's not rush to judgment. Don't write Dr. Varma off as some power-hungry villain. Just...
Yeah, he's power-hungry nerd.
Everybody's exposed to the virus, because it breathed on you or because you got injected. Okay.
Okay, so it turns out
He's literally, as a doctor, CDC, saying there's no herd immunity is what they call it. Like I said, chicken pox or measles party. They used to have it. And like I said, and then I knew from school that every year the flu shot was made. I'm talking about grade school. I've been on this my whole life. Because I used to wonder, like, why. And then, when you're learning about who was that? Fourth grade science class, not Mary Curie. Uh, the first vaccine or whatever, a flu, a half dead virus. Kill the virus and give it to the people. Because it is, yeah. Well, I remember when AIDS is the 80s. I'm like, why can't they just kill the virus like they did before and kill it and give you a small dose of it? Yeah, but it's like, oh, it's this is a new, but we already know why it's genetically engineered. Now we're going into conspiracy theories. But, and I think the only reason they made, medicine for it recently, you don't hear about it no more like that. Uh, People dying from, is because it didn't work. And then on top of it is like, all these sex parties, these mothers, all they nerds are gonna catch it. Yeah, exactly. They been to Diddy, Puffy, all the 90s. That's why I remember in the 90s, everybody's like, Magic got it, but he don't die. He got money. We all said it. The hood, the army, Magic got it, all black people. But Magic got bread, so he don't die. Other people, there's a couple of celebrities that died from it, and they died. They ain't had Magic Johnson bread, so he get the cure. And really now we see it wasn't even about money. It's just, yeah, Puffy was out there doing his thing. So yeah, we gotta come up with something. And really it wasn't even that hard. Oh, we had it from the beginning. Just release it.
okay, so it turns out science is a thing, and that one looks kind of bad. But let's not rush to judgment. Don't write Dr. Varma off as some power-hungry villain just yet. Good people sometimes do bad things, or they make mistakes. Those in charge could still have been looking out for you, and in no way does this prove that people like Dr. Varma get us real.
I know he's being funny, but in that situation, like, no, CDC should be military. There's no mistakes. You made mistakes, not on duty. You don't make mistakes. There's no such thing. That's what all them push-ups and, yeah, you don't make no mistake. And the people that do, you're not getting promoted.
Psychologically manipulating people to abuse.
You like doctors should be doing push-ups, no, but it still should be as they're officers. They would be officers, right? They would be majors, lieutenants, a butterball, a colonel, a general. You don't make mistakes like that.
Own power, exert control while completely disregarding the life-destroying rules that they apply to people like you, right? Right?
When it comes to the vaccine, I think people will believe it more if it's really consistently validated by healthcare professionals.
And we didn't. That's the thing. That's why I said New York people are stupid. Because nobody believed it because they wasn't, it was always a Democrats, healthcare professionals, the experts. Believe the experts.
I had actually been talking to him about it since even before the vaccine was available. I was like, you're going to have to do it this way. And so we came up with this medical, we're going to like climb this ladder. We're going to first start voluntarily, and then we're going to keep pushing it. So the way we do it in public health is we make it very uncomfortable to be unvaccinated.
So yeah, they thought really, and nobody was uncomfortable. That's punk shit. Bitch, you ain't gonna punk. That's peer pressure. Only nerds would. That's why I keep telling y'all, just like I said today, y'all are gonna get annihilated. No sane person felt uncomfortable taking their own health in at the words of a fucking nerd. No, it's not even about. It's just that we did our own research. There were the few videos, and not only that, it was just common sense. Your grandma, you're like, no, your grandma. That was she's not a health professional. Nope, they got videos out before they could do anything. The one that really, and then I gotta tell the truth. It wasn't just that. They got a video out on Fox, I think, before it all started. And I'll say this nigga was the man, or still is the man. But you know what? I'll be right back. and it be a part two. You know what? Let me I'm gonna do a part two.